Today Figure Fantasy released Lorith information. She will be available with Rin for the next banner. I would like to call her Pea Shooter. You will know the reason at the end of this video. Ultimate skill, Cruel Bombardment. Lorith will choose the enemy at the last row to attack, the same as Yamazaki, bypassing the front row tank and attacking directly at the back of the vulnerable enemy. When Lorith hits an enemy, it will apply a marker, which will immediately fill Lorith with energy when it dies. In extreme conditions, it can kill an entire horizontal row of enemies from back to front. After the skill is upgraded, the marker will explode after the target dies and increase the damage of Lorith's next skill, making it easier to trigger the continuous reaping. Because the continuous triggering of Lorith's ultimate skill depends on killing the back row as soon as possible, it can be paired with Yamazaki or Camille to speed up the pace of eliminating the back row. Passive Dark Knight Executor. Lorith has a chance to trigger a continuous bounce effect when she attacks, bouncing from front to back in the current horizontal row, and each bounce will increase the damage dealt by the next bounce. This effect further increases the damage of Lorith to the back row of enemies, making it easier to kill faster and triggering the ultimate skill to recharge. The passive upgrade also adds an additional stun effect to the bounce and can be triggered once after the ultimate skill is released. The same as the damage, stun time will also increase with the number of bounces. The use of the stun can effectively limit the output of the enemy's DPS. It is worth noting that the bounce distance is limited to one space. If there is a space between two enemies in the current horizontal row, the bounce will stop immediately. Special skill Autonomous Culture. As a militarist, Lorith has an exclusive passive skill that increases damage when there are no enemies around. Lorith should be placed as far away from the enemy as possible to ensure a stronger output capability. The additional attack and critical damage attributes provided in the special skill are perfectly suited to the insane output of Lorith. The recommended lineup. As the 9th Knight figure, Lorith can substitute for any brand figurine to gain a brand bonus. Each Knight 9 figurine deployed reduce all enemies' initial energy by 3. If you want to maximize the effect of her ultimate skill, it is better to pair her with figures which can attack the back row directly, such as Irina, Camille, Yamazaki, Zorola, Vazor. Camille and Yamazaki can be directed to attack the target of the Norris ultimate skills mark. They are the most suitable figures. Another highly recommended figure is Irina. Her ultimate skill can not only attack the target of Norris mark but also diminish the whole horizontal row's HP, which provides the opportunity for continuously triggering Lorith's ultimate skill. Irina's passive attack is to attack the lowest HP enemy. Reasonable damage is extremely easy to finish off Lorith's marked enemies. In terms of support, because Norris's passive trigger relies on normal attack frequency and accuracy, she can be paired with Joyu or Erixia to improve the passive trigger frequency, amplifying the ability to output back row. Note that Lorith is weak at sustainability. It is not recommended to pair her alone with Erixia. It is too easy to die. In summary, Lorith is recommended as a core DPS because of her outstanding continuous damage. It is most suitable to match with Camille, Yamazaki, Irina, and other figures that can attack the back row enemies, and also suitable to match with Joyu to strengthen the triggering frequency of her own passive. It is worth noting that she can form a fire team with Yamazaki, Irina, and Joyu. Attributes and badge recommendations. As mentioned before, Lorith mainly stacks attack, critical damage, critical chance attributes, in order to pursue the extreme output, or choose the ultimate set to strengthen the power of the ultimate skill to improve the possibility of continuous finishing off the enemies. In addition, you can also choose the accuracy or attack speed attributes to improve the frequency of passive triggers. For the suitable badges, the Nightmare Badge and Phantom Badge both provide the attack speed attribute that Lorith needs, which can effectively improve the frequency of Lorith's passive trigger, and is the most suitable. In conclusion, Lorith has a strong back row killing spree ability, but also needs to achieve a killing spree to maximize the value of Lorith. Based on this feature, Lorith can be used to kill the enemy back row through the formation in the adventure game, Rainy Nightmare and Arena game. In the Apocalypse battle and other challenges of the solo boss, her performance is mediocre because of the inability to continuously trigger the ultimate skill. I don't recommend free-to-play to pull this figure as she needs a lot of resources to make her useful. Based on her performance in the Chinese server, it is really difficult to have a killing spree in most scenarios. That is it for today's video. If you are not sure which figure you wanna invest in, you can join my Discord server for more suggestions. Peace out.